Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler the Creator has just dropped Chromokopia, and I thought now would be a really good time to have a little look at my Tyler the Creator vinyl collection. It isn't much, but it's honest work. We have 4 of them to go through. How about we have a gander at them? If you are new here, please make sure to press the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment down below your favourite Tyler the Creator album and what you thought of Chromokopia. And we shall start off with the album that came before Chromokopia, and I guess we'll go in reverse chronological order, but call me if you get lost. Now this one, there are 2 versions of this one, and I've just got the regular one where you open it up and we just get the ID that Tyler has. The left side, if you're looking at it this way, has the front of it, and then the right side will have the back of it. Really love the aesthetic, and this is something that I will say about Tyler the Creator, and one of the things I really appreciate about him as an artist is like he has a different look for each album, and to me that is something that I feel like a lot of artists, they really overlook. And I think one of the greatest examples of that is David Bowie. Like literally every time he drops, he has a different look, and I feel like that's something that a lot of artists do, but a lot of artists don't do, and I feel like that's something that's super important to an album, and Tyler the Creator is one of those artists who really emphasize that well. He even includes his style on the front cover. But then if you think about IGOR, you know exactly what you're thinking of, the bowl cut with the blonde hair. It's really nice to see artists like involve fashion within their work. But there are 2 different versions of this one. There is the estate sale, which is one I would actually like to pick up, where you basically get a blue record but also all the deluxe stuff I believe on there. I am thinking of getting that very soon, but I'll come to that later. For now, we just got the regular disc, which basically has Tyler picking up the briefcase that you see within all of the shots. And that's the vinyl disc that we have there. Nice and simple. Sometimes it's nice to just see a black disc every once in a while, because it almost feels like they're getting rarer and rarer by the day with the amount of variance that we're being given. And then we have Call Me If You Get Lost on the back there. Now this one I was listening to the other day on my drive back from work, and this actually might be my favourite Tyler album. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not like in his community or anything. I'm not like gonna say I'm like a Tyler the Creator diehard fan or anything. I come across his music every now and again and I listen to it and I enjoy it. I don't know how people feel about this album, but I don't feel like it's rated as his highest album. I think a lot of people would give that to IGOR, but just purely off the basis of like this type of music I like from Tyler, I feel like this one contains a lot of that. Obviously you got DJ Premier, who's very much involved in this. You will not get away from him shouting at you. But I think my favorites off of this one are What's Your Name and also Lumberjack. And yeah, this one stands out as probably my favorite Tyler the Creator album to kind of like go back and listen to. So moving backwards, we then have IGOR. This one I actually was able to pick up for a bit of a steal during Black Friday last year, and it is actually still sealed, so about time that I actually open this one up and give it a look inside, because I actually do not know what to expect with this. I've always loved the pink colour that goes along with this album, like the pastel pink especially, but obviously colour there, you recognise it. On the back we then have the actual title itself, so it's kind of sticking to a theme here. I think it might do the same for the next one. No, it doesn't. Interesting. We're clearly going the theme of putting the album title on the back, which is actually quite nice, but then if we open it up, we have that iconic look I was talking about earlier with the bowl cut sort of going on, and then also all the credits here, so that's quite a nice gatefold actually, nice and simple. Oh, finally, I miss these, man. Like, I feel like more records are losing out on the inserts, and I don't want that to happen. Like, I like this. So you get the cover there, and then you get a zoom in on that photo that's on the gatefold just there itself. So this is a bit more of a poster that I guess you could put up if I really wanted to. I could probably put that just in the frame, which makes things a lot easier, rather than having to put a whole record in there. And there again, there was probably some form of like exclusive release when this came out, but this is just the one that I was able to pick up. Quite a nice color going on there. I don't know why, I think the red just contrasts nicely with the black discs, and I've got a few of them that do the actual full red. This one's got a bit of blue in there to actually tell you which side, which is quite nice. And I'm gonna be real with you again, this is probably my least listened to Tyler album. Like, I've listened to it, I'll probably say a handful of times, like all the way through, and it is a great album, do not get me wrong, and I know a lot of people put it as their favorite. I think people put this as their like favorite of all time, but I think it's one I need to go back and really re-listen to really give you some proper thoughts and opinions of. And I think probably my favorite on here is Earthquake, and there's a reason this one won a Grammy. Like, it's a beautifully put together album. As I said, I'm more into that kind of like rapping style of Tyler, and this isn't a rap album. If you want to go and see Tyler's like quote that he said about the Grammy nomination and him kind of being not put into like a pop category or anything, just kept into sort of like urban stuff. I think he's got a very valid point there. Yeah, I completely understand why people call this like one of their best favorite albums of all time. Just for me, it's not personally the music I kind of connect with the most, but I think I need to go and give it a re-listen and then maybe come back in the future with some thoughts on it. So then comes the one that everyone should have in their collection regardless, because this is an essential. Like, this is Flower Boy. This is definitely my first pickup for Tyler. But look at that iconic cover. If you're familiar with Urban Outfitters, you will see this on the shelves every time you go in there, and for good reason. This is a quality album that has, like, this is like one of the classics of the 2010s. I've clearly not opened this properly because that is fucking hilarious. So you get the inside there, and it's got like photos here, pointers, and then just, it's basically got a message that says from Tyler, an amazing photographer, and I took some sick photos for this album that was supposed to go here, but the agents for whatever reason, but her agents or what the fuck ever said that it couldn't happen, so replied on cell phone pics, love you, fucks, next time. And then you get a very flattering picture of Tyler, and then some more there. I've got to say, Tyler the Creator, like his music, like it hasn't always been like I'm never connected to it that I feel like a lot of his fans will, and probably a lot of you who are watching this video right now. I understand how it can connect with you. I just don't think it's connected with me fully yet. But I will say I'm a fan of Tyler the Creator as a person, man. I think he is fucking funny, and I think he has some like actual meaningful comments as well that he throws in there. I think he's like an amazing person. So going back to the record, I really like this one. Like, obviously it's just a black disc, but I really love the image on it with the beat. Obviously links into the album itself, but I think it just really works on this background or on this record, especially with that blue in there. I think that's really nice. Same goes for the other side, but it is just simply pink. But we do also find ourselves with the Flower Boy insert, which is more like a poster, which when we hold out, okay, so it looks more like the posters, like it's supposed to more like come like that. But then you get this other side where I guess it still works as a poster altogether, but then you can basically like what's included on each side of the disc. But then this side gives you all of the credits, and I do really like the square that it makes up with all those colors. It looks absolutely incredible. So if you were asking my favorite song off of this album, Who Dat Boy is gonna be the one I jump to. Like, the music video for that itself is insane. And I can tell that Tyler was a Relapse fan, like when I listen to that sort of stuff, and like I know a lot of people are aware of that, but that's the kind of music from Tyler I have found myself like leaning towards enjoying more. But nonetheless, I feel like that track doesn't fit in this album too much, or at the very least it's kind of like an outlier in the song tracks that are in here, which are actually quite beautiful and meaningful again. But nonetheless, if you are going to be someone who's going to come to me asking, oh, what's some recommendations of albums that I should get first on record, this is going to be in there. This is just one that every collector has recognized, and probably if you go and ask them, they're going to have it somewhere in their collection. Whether they like it or not, it will be in there. But next up we have Wolf, which is, this one's actually my only like kind of like limited or special edition of the Tyler Creator album. This is obviously an album that was released in 2013, so I think it was like his second studio album, or at least second project, but I really love the way this gatefold opens, or the imagery that's involved in this gatefold. I don't know how to describe it. I just love the vibe it gives off more than anything, especially the logo for Wolf. And I'm not gonna like stand here and lie to you about like this one. I can't give you a favorite off the album because I haven't taken the time to fully listen to it all the way through. You have like, that's nice to see that you have like the streaming album cover here being used to actually hold the record, which is a lovely fucking pink one. On that side you also have a donut, which is always lovely to see. But out of like a quick skim through of listening to this, I think 48 was probably one of the ones that stood out to me. Otherwise I couldn't really tell you much more else about this album in terms of my thoughts on it, but in terms of the vibe that is given throughout like the design of it, I do love the look of it. We do also get a credits insert list with this one because it's not included on the gatefold. And one of the funnier things that I found with this one is the giant Tyler sticker head, which is quite funny to see. Lovely up close and personal shot there. Again with another purple one, and then on the outside, yeah, it's still a donut. And then the back of it there. Tyler the Creator, I do really like as an artist. I just don't think I've dived into a lot of his albums that much. I just haven't had a chance to fully go into it, but it was like one of them where it was like, felt like a cool one to pick up, and I felt like there was a lot this one had to offer to look through. So with that being said, like, Please let me know if you have any recommendations in terms of what I should listen to or what are your favourite songs that you think I'd like. Because I do really want to get into Tyler, the Creator, a lot more. And obviously, I'm more into his latest stuff. And I think that's a good point to just bring up Chromokopia, which I've listened to about 2 or 3 times now. And I think it's a really good album, and I think it is in contention for Album of the Year. And I think it kind of subverted my expectations in terms of what I thought this album was going to be, because with all the teasers and everything like that, I was kind of expecting a bit more of the, I'm not sure how to describe it, like the kind of more energetic, I guess hyper kind of Tyler, the Creator songs, but kind of starts off like that with like the marching stuff in the first song, but then kind of like switches up more into the more like melodic side of Tyler. And from what I've listened to Tyler, Chromokopia actually seems more like a blend of everything that's come before put into one album. That's what I kind of get from it, at least. And going more into the vinyl record side of things, I will say I have been able to pick up the limited edition green first pressing that they've done for this album, so I will be excited to show you guys that when it does release. And there are a couple more albums I do want to add to the collection. Goblin is definitely up there on the list, and I actually might go out my way to purchase that off Rough Trade because I was given some gift cards for my birthday, so I may use that as the opportunity to get it. And I am quite tempted to actually get the estate sale, which basically comes with blue disc, and I believe has also the deluxe songs that appear on the deluxe version of the album. Those are the next 2 records I would like to get on record for my Tyler, the Creator collection. And with this video, I think you guys are probably going to have a bit of a better collection than me, because I've only just got the 4 here, but I feel like you've probably got more limited versions. You've probably got more albums as well. So I'd love to hear in the comments what Tyler, the Creator vinyl records you have in your collection. Anything cool, I would love to hear about it. So just go in the comments down below, let me know, and let me know what you thought about my collection of it. I definitely know it needs a bit more work, but I'm happy with it nonetheless. And I'm going to keep this video as short and sweet as I can, so that has been my Tyler, the Creator collection. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I shall see you in the next one. And for now, take care. Later.